Alright guys, what's up? I'm here to talk to you about a long distance scooter ride that I did from Skokie, Illinois, which is a suburb just north of Chicago. And I drove up to Cambridge, Wisconsin, which is just east of Madison, Wisconsin. So by car it's 115 miles. It's supposed to take 2 hours and 9 minutes. It took me on my scooter 3 hours. I was never on a road where the speed limit was greater than 55. And I just learned some things about my experience that I want to share with you that I learned firsthand. So one thing about doing a long distance scooter ride is when you ride, my back started to hurt, my lower back, and normally when you're going like 25 miles an hour or so, it's fine to sit upright like this because you got good visibility. But once you start going, above 35, or definitely up in like 55s and 60s, I get down like this. And sometimes I'll even scoop my butt way back here. I don't know if you can see that. And I'll tuck just like this so that the wind comes right over the top of me and I'm more aerodynamic and I can go a little bit faster. But if you're going like this for 45 minutes, half hour, 20 minutes, your lower back just starts to hurt, folks. Like, you get off your scooter now, it's hard for me to even stand up straight. So I can't remember the last time when I was chilled to the bone. Once I arrived, I went and sat in front of the fireplace. I was shivering a little bit. That wasn't really doing anything for me. So then I went to take a really hot shower. I got out of that. Again, I still wasn't totally warm. I was wrapped up in blankets. And then I ended up sleeping for like 2 to 3 hours. I think because I was really tired from all the energy that I was expending to keep myself warm. I was shivering a little bit by the end of the trip, not in the beginning. And this is on account of the wind. It cut right through my 650 fill down coat that I got from Costco. All the feathers in the front of the coat actually moved to the side of the coat, so I could rub my fingers between the material and I could just touch my finger on the other side. There was no feather there. So the prolonged exposure to wind at over 45 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour, even when I was trying to tuck myself down to avoid the wind, just made me really cold. Number 3, when you go for a long distance scooter ride, you've gotta bring oil. I was burning oil and my scooter's in very good shape. I'm the second owner, but the guy put like 200 or 300 miles on it. And because the engine gets hot, you start burning oil. So when I got it up to my parents' house and I checked the oil was like, it didn't even register. So I was like, oh shit, did I ruin my engine? But so when you go, bring a quart of oil and then be checking it every so often and keep the thing filled up with oil. I'm not sure why mine was burning oil. I hadn't had this happen before with my scooter. I gotta look into that, but just be prepared with the oil so that you can not ruin your whole motor, okay? It seemed like however fast I went, even if I was speeding, going 60, 65 to 55, I was always being tailgated. I'm like, dude, WTF, get off me. I'm going the speed limit or faster. What's the deal? So that was less enjoyable. I always feel like I wasn't, allowed on the road, or I was getting pushed off or something. So less fun. Where it was really fun was on the back country roads where there was no one behind me. The speed limit was between 45 and 55 or something. And, I could just cruise, open air, fields on both sides of me, some trees and stuff. And it was really pretty. And I didn't feel like the pressure by all the traffic. That seems to be like a real sweet spot for the scooter and this whole adventure. My scooter likes to cruise at about, 35 miles an hour. It kind of gets in the zone. It feels real good. It's like gliding along. The engine's not working too hard. And as soon as I start to push it up above 35, like 45s and 50s, the wind starts hitting you. It's working harder, and it's at that point that you start getting cold a lot faster, and you want to kind of dip down behind the windshield or not the windshield because I don't have one, but you want to dip down so that you have less wind hitting your body. So, in my opinion, I don't think a scooter is meant for like those long rides where you're going above 45 miles an hour for like extended periods of time. That doesn't seem, in my limited experience, to be like the sweet spot for the scooter. And again, maybe just not for those sustained periods.